Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Brown 321 channel. Man, listen, the American banking is about to collapse. It's about to collapse and it's going to get real hectic in 2024. So could this be the possibility of cryptocurrency going ballistic next year because of the banking system, because of the US dollar really is crashing? But before I even get to that, if you're a new subscriber, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And let me get to the news. But talking about the banking system at the end of the video, y'all watch through. Now, before I speak about Elon, before I speak about anything else, I want you guys to understand this. Money is getting real tight around the world. Physical money, the dollar, the euro, the yen. It's getting very tight. And it's like the countries are splurging. They're just splurging the cash because they know it's going to be depleted very, very soon. Very soon. So shout out to Unusual Wells. They said this: IRS has announced 2024 retirement account contribution limits, $23,000 for 401k plans, $7,000 for IRAs. It's not looking too good, family. It's not looking too good. You see, for people who want to start their retirement fund, you can put in a lot more money, but you're not really making anything back. When you're retired, you're still stressing because everything is going up. The economy is going to collapse. It's going to collapse. This is why we are investing in cryptocurrency. This is why the media is not telling you, hey, go ahead and buy some digital currencies. How come the senators is not telling you in your state, your city, hey, we have some crypto wallets that we're going to give out, and, we want to give you guys a little bit more education on it. School's not giving you education on it. They want to capitalize on everything. They want to capitalize on everything. This is the time. When you said you missed out on Bitcoin, listen, that's you can't just, what I'm going to say that? You can't keep on saying, oh, I missed out on Bitcoin. I missed out on Bitcoin. So what? So what? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Things are collapsing right in front of your eyes. That's why they have all these TV shows. They got you hooked on power. They got you hooked on to the sports. They got you hooked on to the news of what's going on in Israel, what's going on in Palestine, but you're not knowing what's really going on. They are blinding you. Digital currency is in play. It is in motion. That's the motion right now. If you're not in that motion, then you're gone. You're lost in the sauce. Digital assets is where it's at. And they're blinding you because they do not want you to invest in the digital assets until it's too late. And it's not too late. Now, shout out to Robert Kiyosaki. A lot of people sleep on him. But the thing about it is, a lot of people are asleep on DOGELON Mars. And I'm not promoting it, this and this. No, family, it's at 6 zeros. Why are you complaining at the prices where it's at now? Because it's retracing? We knew this. Pump, retrace. Pump, retrace. But when that time happens, you will not ever be able to buy DOGELON at 6 zeros. You may not be able to buy DOGELON at 5 zeros. It's going to be already too late. It's going to be already too late. Now, let me read a tweet that Robert Kiyosaki had said. Let me read it out to you guys. Hold up. Things are not, and he has been talking about this for a long time. Rich Dad's lesson number 1, the rich don't work for money. Why? Because our wealth is designed to be stolen from our fake money via taxes and inflation. in the stock market. Instead, the rich work for assets that put tax-free money in their pocket. Cash flow assets such as rental properties, oil, food production, and rather than save fake money. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, family. I'm just like you guys. You guys, well, shoot, I need to have a little bit of money, for the bills next month. That's our mindset. Because we're like, well, shoot, crypto ain't jumping right now. I can't go to the landlord. I can't go to the mortgage people. I can't go to the FPL, light people, water bill. Be like, hey, all I got is crypto, but it's down right now. But they ain't trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. So we, as human beings, was so, we were trained to think this way, whereas, we got to have a little money put up somewhere. It doesn't matter. We have to have a little money put up somewhere. It does not matter. I understand that. We were brainwashed to believe into that, where the wealthy want us to think like that so they can invest into the new money. Because they know that us citizens who are brainwashed are so used to saying, well, I got to have me a little cushion on the side. So, just in case if anything happens, I understand that. But they don't want you to know that these are the new assets that's coming out and they're taking a big chunk. So what if the banks are just using all of our money and investing into these new assets? And what's so crazy about it? What makes you think they're not investing into XRP, XLM, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DOGELON, Mars? What makes you don't think that? Think about it. And another thing, it don't need to be 1 million people to hold DOGELON Mars. It could be what it is right now. I haven't looked at the holders of DOGELON Mars, but it don't need to be a lot to people to be holding this token. So, and you don't need a boat ton of tokens to become wealthy. You see, they could just say, okay, I'm gonna buy 1 trillion of this, 1 trillion of DOGELON. Each bank could buy 1 trillion, 1 trillion. Or they could just buy, 100 billion tokens of DOGELON Mars and leave it right there. They know they're going to make big profits, huge profits by just holding. They're not in the urge to sell. They're not in a rush to do anything. They're just in a rush right now to make sure they have every little egg in their basket before time is too late. Before time is too late. So, oil food production rather than save fake money. The rich save gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin in terms of crypto. The poor and middle class want jobs that promise a steady paycheck but offer no job security. Even worse, the poor and middle class work at jobs that pay taxable fake money income. And then they save fake money, then invest in stocks. You see the stock market going down. You see it's crashing. Bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs, which are crashing as I write this text. Listen, the rich do not want jobs or fake paper assets. They don't want it. They know what's up. See, the rich knew about digital. Listen, the rich already knew about Bitcoin before it even blew up. How mind trained is that? They already knew that Bitcoin was going to blow up before anybody else was speaking about it, before it got worldwide, before they were even doing all this. They said, hey, let me go ahead and grab a big chunk of this and just put it away, and no one will know. That's why when the government sees Charlie Shrem, okay? When they seized all his Bitcoins, they're like, yeah, nah, we're going to put it to the back. You don't know how many Bitcoins that man have. And then they said, oh, we are going to auction his Bitcoin. Yeah, you're going to auction to somebody that's inside of the government to hold all that and disperse it to everybody, to the elites. Come on, think. The rich want assets that put real tax-free money in their pockets, and they know how to save real assets. GSBC assets that provide lifelong financial security and freedom. Family. This is getting crazy. It's getting real crazy. DOGELON sitting at 1837. 1837. Now check this out right here, man. $40 billion in unrealized losses. How in the world? $40 billion. 40 billion. But it just tells you they don't care about the 40 billion. They could piss on it. They could piss on the 40 billion. It's nothing. It's nothing. Because to us citizens, to us human beings, we believe $40 billion is a lot. It's a lot. But they see realized gains once cryptocurrency takes its turn. Once it takes its turn, cryptocurrency, people are not understanding it's not about the market cap. It's not about the market cap or how many tokens they have in their supply. Bitcoin is cutting down their supply because it's more value. But you're not understanding. We're talking about electrical money. We're talking about digital money. Digital. If you had a big screen on the stove that says the time and there was a longer screen, it will say 1 billion, 2 billion, 1 trillion. What? You're not understanding. You're not understanding. 40 billion the government can piss on. That's nothing. But it says it hits JP Morgan, Chase, as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup face exposure to U.S. Treasuries. Come on. JP Morgan Chase has quietly revealed tens of billions of dollars in losses on securities, according to a new report on the company's overall balance sheet. The banking giant is now stuck with roughly 40 billion unrealized bond losses as quarter three of this year, which is a 20% rise over the previous quarter reports. Okay, the new numbers were located in the footnote on the firm's third quarter financial supplement and were higher than expected, $34 billion in losses. Okay, although the news follows a new quarterly report from Bank of America revealing it now has a total of 131.6 billion in unrealized losses. That's just Bank of America. Okay, quarter two, Wells Fargo said it had 40 billion in unrealized bond market losses, while Citigroup had 25 billion in paper losses. Why in the world would I give my money to the bank for them to invest for me, and they're taking major losses? Well, hey, we're taking these major losses, but it comes with the game. It comes with the game. We're still feeding our family with steak and mashed potatoes. We're still feeding our family steak and mashed potatoes, while these people out here have to eat chicken and rice or pork and beans. What? It's not adding up. It's not adding up. Y'all taking all these losses. We have to eat pork and beans. We have to eat chicken and rice while y'all eat steak and mashed potatoes. But you guys don't say anything about digital assets for us people to go ahead and invest in these assets where it doesn't cost that much. See, they always want to charge a fee. They want a fee from you. Oh, well, we need you to pay this fee here just for you to get started. We need at least $3,000 for you to get started before we get into the process of doing this and doing this. That's how they always play it. But that $3,000 that you use just for the fee to get things started, you could have bought you could have diversified your portfolio in different assets. You could have bought a whole bunch of different assets and seen expected realized gains. Okay? Now, this is another thing that people are not telling you, man. They're not telling you this. Big banks are quietly cutting thousands of employees and more layoffs coming soon. This was in October 19th. They cutting them off. Why the banks are cutting off? Because why? They don't need people to do all this transactions. They don't need tellers. They don't need all this because everything can become digital. Like, there's no use of having people who can do everything going digital. The banks is already cutting out. They're like, yeah, we're going to cut a lot of these people off. They don't even know it. People like us think, oh, well, they need us. I've been here for 10 to 30 years. You know, I know the business from the back of my hand. They don't care about that. Everything AI, artificial intelligence. It'll do your work without you bitching or telling us that you work here for 30 years. That's how messed up. This is why you have to change your future. This is why you have to invest in different digital assets and store them on your ledger. Store them on your ledger. I'll go ahead and try to post a link in my description box. Y'all got to store that ledger. You got to store your cryptocurrency on that ledger because at the end of the day, the banks know the exchanges have the digital assets. That's why they're attacking the freaking exchanges. That's why they're attacking them, because y'all forgot, we are the bank. We are the bank. We don't need a centralized bank. Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, those are centralized banks. You don't need them. We are the banks. We are the walking banks. We are the walking banks. You need to hold them. You need to have your own digital hardware wallet. But yeah, things are going down and it's crashing, man. And a lot more people are going in debt because of this. They're going into debt. So this is why I stress for you guys to have financial education. Educate yourself. Do your own research. Know what's going on. Don't be brainwashed by what's going on the outside. Because this can impact your life. It can impact it and your family's lives. This is why I say I invest for generational wealth, financial freedom. And most people think in terms as, oh, well, I can do whatever I want, da-da-da-da. Well, the thing, how I think about it is, I think about, for me, my family, my great-grandkids, great-great-great-grandkids, generational wealth, so they don't have to experience what my ancestors or your ancestors had to go through. You understand? So I appreciate you guys watching this channel. I appreciate you guys to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video, man, because things are happening. And only you can make that difference. Only you can change your life pattern, your family pattern. Your wife may not see it. Your husband may not see it. Your mom might not understand it. Your dad just don't get it. But if you get it, change it. Make something happen. Do something. Make that change. It's not about, oh, well, I told you so. It's not about I told you so. You did it for the best for yourself and for your family. That's what you're doing it for. Not to get the praise. You're doing it to make that change because you are awoke. You're not asleep. You're awoke. Peace out, fam.